piece of toast, which I thought might be direction. I've realised it's a gravestone. Okay, so that's how you get across the water. Wow. Welcome back to my channel. So this is the first official video of 2023 and I thought I'd have some fun, but before I crack on with what I've got on offer, if you want to support me and this channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so every time I produce some new content you will be aware of it. So anyway, I'm so done with the kids. So last week something caught my attention and it was this. Okay, so what we've got here, yes, you're absolutely right, it is a map. But it's not just any old map, it is a treasure map. And if you can see some splodges of red actually on the map, you'll be aware, which is there, is where the treasure is. Now this was released by the National Archives of the Netherlands last week. And what it's showing is, it's from World War II. And it's showing treasure that was hidden by Hitler's soldiers, apparently. Now, that treasure's never been found. Apparently, the stuff that was nicked was from a bank in the city of Arnhem. I hope I pronounced that right. So that's been stolen and it's been hidden. So before you start digging anything up, this is just my opinion. I'm going to present two different, or maybe in three different locations. But I'm asking you not to go and start digging up people's gardens. Please, by all means, go and have a chat with them and get it all officially approved. But I'm asking you nicely, do not go and dig people's property up. Otherwise they'll come after me and I don't want that. So what I did was last week I spent about a good 2 days researching the possible locations. I cross-referenced it with old maps from 1880 just to establish which were the well-known roads and how big they were and how established they were. I then layered that up with some mapping software. And then after that, I just thought I'd have some fun and cross-reference it with Google Maps, which then gave me kind of like taking the journey. So part of the fun that I'm going to have today is I am actually going to throw myself into Google Maps and we are going to kind of mirror the map, this map here, and see if we can locate where the treasure might be. And you can see there's two images. There's this one here where my finger is there, and I've also got an image here. Now, what I think is this is the same as this. And the reason why I think it is because we have got 3 trees here. And if you notice on this side, we've got 3 trees. Now I translated what this says. So this is translating to dirt road and it says crossroads. And what I'll do is I'll focus on this bit here. Now you've got 3 trees and you've got a bank. You've also got a bank here. Now this distance from here to here is 120 meters. So that's not going to be particularly big. So we're looking for quite a narrow dirt kind of road, which is what I was setting my heart on. Now this side we've got the 3 trees. Now what it's suggesting to me, and this is just my opinion, is we've got the treasure measured here, and what they've done is they've if you could go see that they've tracked all the way down to here. So this here is enlarged onto this side, and as you can see there's 3 trees here, and it's suggesting that they came down here and then basically went there. But this is just my opinion. Before we dive straight into Google Maps, I'm just going to have a look and give an overview of what I think, my personal opinion, of the actual World War II map that we are exploring. Now, for transparency's sake, I am not from the Netherlands and my pronunciation of places is going to be a little bit shambolic, so let's just get that out of the way. Forgive me if you are from the Netherlands, and I've really tried to get the pronunciation right, so I'm sorry about this. So let's have a quick look at this map. Cannot get over the fact this is from World War II. Somebody from World War II drew this map to show where the treasure was hidden. And I cannot believe that the treasure apparently has never been found. So let's have a look at this map. Right, in the top corner, you will see that it's pointing north. There's a north and a south, and we are looking at the map going north. We've also got various points that have been marked out. Now, the interesting thing is my children went, why are these 3 places here got curly lettering? Oh, actually, that's a good point. And I think it's because they are major cities or towns. So they're a lot bigger compared to the other places. And then we're looking at this crossroads here, and we have got, it looks like a piece of toast, but I'm sure we'll see toast in the corner. I don't think so. I've got a feeling it's probably some sort of, stone with maybe some directions or miles. However, with it being World War II, I do know that they used to change the signs around and move things around. But this being a dirt track, you would wonder what it's doing there, because if you're going down a dirt track, there's not going to be the effort of actually marking that up, especially if it's not leading particularly anywhere. And as you can see in the field, that isn't leading anywhere. So a lot of questions here. The other questions are regarding these twos. There are lots and lots and lots of twos. I'd love an opinion of what these might be, but we think it might be trees. So there's lots and lots of twos everywhere. And then what we've got here, before I move on, is we've actually got this river, or we've got like this huge long path of water. And with the Google map, I've actually had to sort of tweak it a bit so I can actually get across the water. And I'm assuming there's no bridge there. I don't know. I mean, we'll jump into Google Maps and see where it takes us. And then one of the things that I did find interesting was this bit here. I couldn't quite get my head around where that might be. So let's jump into it and see if we can find some treasure. So on the left hand side we have got Google Maps, and on the right hand side we have actually got the original treasure map. So what I'm going to do is we've got the location which we start off at Elster, that's ELST at the top. Now I'm starting on the other side of the water because I am going to get my little person and just grab them and dump them there. Okay, the other thing we're looking for is to make sure that we are facing the right way. Oh, blimey. Okay, it's not what I expected. Okay, so that's how you get across the water. Wow. Okay. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. So that's the other side of the water. So we need to face the other way, really. Let me face the other way. Which is, so effectively we have actually gone across the water. Okay, let's have a go. Right, doing all the way down here. I might even sort of jump a little bit now and again. It's incredible, isn't it? Exciting. So, wow, nice weather for it. Some people. Now apparently this is like, I think it's like 5-10 minutes by car, so it shouldn't take too long. And we can see my little person there. So I'm hoping I get lost. Okay, so that would be left, is that right? What does that sign say? Let's just have a quick look. Okay, so yeah, so we can see linden there. Now, the other thing that you'd notice about the map is you've got linden here and you've got linden actually on the map, which is spelt differently. And we can see that the sign is actually saying go left. So I'm going to spin. A lot of people on bikes. Wow, this is cool. Okay, how exciting. Okay, wow, okay. Now, do I go going to have another look. I assume I go down there, so I'm just going to enlarge just to check what the sign's saying. Okay, so I'm going down. I'm not going down that way. I'm going down this way. I'm just going to minus this a little bit so I can see where I'm going. So I'm getting all the way down here. Wow, it's pretty. If you live here, it looks very pretty. Wow. So I'll give you an update where we are on the map in a minute. I'm just dragging this across. Don't know, can you actually? Yeah. So we're going to keep going. So at the moment we are going down here. Okay, so let's carry on. Carrying on going down. Don't know if I can I make that bigger? No. Maybe make it smaller. There we go, so you can actually see this better. So we're going very beautiful. If you live around here, oh my goodness me, wow. This is stunning. Right, let's carry on going down, 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 down. Oh, no, I want to be able to look up. I don't know what's happening there. Okay, so still going along. No, I don't want to turn around. Just realised, so originally my map, I got this pointing north, but of course we're going down the map, so we actually need to be going. This needs to be set to south. So that's where the confusion was. Now, why is that giving me a cross? Oh, you're kidding me. Are you serious? Okay, so I am stuck. I cannot go any further down there for some reason. I don't know why. This cross here to me is suggesting that I can't go any further. I have no idea why. So I'm going to have to drag the little person. Let's see if I can get this little person. How is that happening then? If I can... Very odd. Okay, now we're back to driving again. So we are entering... Oh, okay, so ingen. So we are here now. We are here. We're just entering in ingen. Okay. Okay, I'll try not to speed. God, this is fun, isn't it? Okay, we're still going down. Wow, so beautiful. If you live around here, so stunning. Wow. Okay, we're getting to a bend. So this is the point where we will actually have to turn down. I'm just going to have a look at the signs, and if we just zoom in, we've got a sign there, and we've got, so we will go this way according to my map. I'll try not to speed. And yeah, that's matching. I think it's matching with the map, I think. Okay, so we've entered ingen, and we are going down this route here now. The road, if you really want to know, I mean, basically it's Lichtenberg. Okay, so we're carrying on going down. Ah, okay, we've got a problem. My little man, I'm going down the wrong... Oh, you're kidding me. Really? Right, I'm going to have to go drag him back because he's decided to be really naughty. And we are going down the wrong road, so I need to turn around. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm going to have to go right. Okay, we are back on track. So this is Rinsenstra. Ringenstra. I love the fact you've got these paths on either side, and I'm assuming they're cycle paths. Even down a narrow road, you've got cycle paths, which is pretty cool. Okay, we're still going down. This is beautiful. I'm just going to move this over a bit more. So apparently be about nearly 7 minutes on here. So we're still now, I think we're actually, no, we haven't gone to the zigzaggy bit yet. So we're kind of around here, I think. So I'm just going to carry on. So I'm going to give you an update. Drag this back up again. Now, one thing that I'm heading for is this zigzaggy thing. When I was kind of lining up the map, we've got this kind of like zigzaggy kind of shape to it. And if you look here, we've got something similar going on here. So that is why I thought this was the right route. I can't see anywhere else on that map. Okay. Right. Are we still on the right track? Yes, we are. Okay, so we are looking to go off in a minute. This will be the fun bit. Okay. Oop. I don't see many cyclists, considering that, oh, there's some there, just as I'm talking. Okay, so this, just check in, still go straight ahead. Oh, I thought those crosses meant I couldn't go anywhere. That's really, okay, so we're still going. It's very green around here, a lot of trees, which is really nice to see. Not much in the way of traffic, is there? And quite flat. Kind of reminds me where I live, which is in Cambridgeshire. Okay, so we're getting to this funny little bend. Okay, so this is where I need to concentrate. I think I need to go left. I'm just going to double check what the thing says here. So we just have a quick look what we've got. Okay, so this teal actually appeared on an old map, which was obviously bigger compared to the other places. And okay, so that's not really giving me a clue. So what I'm going to do is I think I need to go straight a bit more. Do I need to go that side? Yes, I do. So this is a bit, okay, so it's because it splits into two. So this here is where we are starting to come along. Now, this is the interesting bit. Now this, if you look at the little man, you can see that the little arrow will be pointing which direction. So I need to go here. I'm going to go down here. Okay, I have to be careful because I'm going to end up somewhere completely different. This road isn't particularly, this looks quite new, this road. Looks pretty new along here. The houses look quite new. Okay, so this will be the first, this is actually going to be approaching the little zigzaggy bit. Okay, so, God, I hope I'm going the right way. Okay, so I need to spin. No, that's a dead end. I am not going down a dead end. Okay, wow, this is really narrow. This is really narrow. This is off the beaten track, really. This is your country route. And this, if you look on the map, this is where we are now. So, yeah, actually, yeah, so it's around here somewhere. Okay. It's when we get to this bend I'll have a better idea, but yeah, so let's go down here then. Wow. So, oh my goodness me, I don't know if I can pronounce this. Campus switch, club squidge. Oh, I don't know. I'm so sorry. That's right. Oh, you like your bikes as well. Okay, so we are going further down. Look, it's saying you're now leaving the area. Right, if I get that right, that we are leaving. I cannot, as I said, I cannot translate that. I'll try not to speed, and maybe I'll come back again. So we'll go down here. It's pretty narrow, actually. It's very pretty. Okay, so we're getting to our first bend now. This is beautiful. Let's spin it around. So on the map now, we are here. Okay, wow. Double check that I'm recording. Okay. Wow, this is beautiful. God, if you live here. Oh, I'm so jealous. And the other thing I've noticed, you've got trenches on either side, which I think would make sense, because I think they're trenches where the I think this might be a trench on the other side of the tree, but I don't know. We will see. So we're coming to another bend now, which is here. And we're going to spin round, which is here. And if you look, I think we are, we've done this, and I think we are possibly going down here now. Okay. Wow, this looks so beautiful. Okay, it's very narrow, very narrow. Very, very narrow. Oh, this is tight. Okay. Just 2 seconds, having a look to see what we've got. Oh, that's so pretty. Wow, that's so beautiful. Okay. As I say, please do not go around digging up people's gardens or grassy areas or anything like that. Aha! We're in Omneren. Okay, we're in Omneren, and Omneren would be around here. Notice that actually on the map it's got 2 M's, and there is Ommeren. I spoke French and German really bad. No, I never spoke German. I spoke basic French and, well, very, very basic French and Spanish thing. So yeah, so we're going to our first location. Wow, it is so narrow. It would be wonderful. Been very interesting to have seen what this would have looked like in World War II days. Okay, so we're going to our first location. I've only done it up to, on the map I've only done it up to a certain point because it made sense to break it up, because it's so easy to get lost. So isn't this beautiful? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So what we're looking for is we're looking for this crossroads coming up. And I wonder if this is the crossroads that they are talking about. Let's drag that up a bit more. So we've got this crossroads, or we've got this one here. This one looks quite juicy actually. So the treasure could be down in this area. I don't think I've explored this bit yet. Interesting. Okay, so we've got this crossroads bit. I definitely know not to go. So if this is the treasure map, we've got this crossroads here, which I think this is what this is, and we've come down. We are heading south, and as you can see, we're almost south there. We are facing the right direction. Can you see that? So if I look at my little man now, we're going down. So we can have a nose around there, and then we can go back and have a look. So this is the interesting bit. Okay, so we can go, we'll go left, and then we'll go back and have a look and see what's here. So we'll go left first of all. This is interesting. Yeah, let's have a quick look. The trouble is with the map. This is a church, and I've only just clicked, but if you look over here, do you remember me talking about this piece of toast, which I thought might be direction? I've realised it's a gravestone. I think that's a gravestone. So yeah, interesting. I don't know how old these gravestones are, but yeah, that's very interesting. So which means that effectively it's saying that you would go down here, and this would be some sort of, before everything got developed, this would have been a crossroads. So if we go down here, this is the corner. If we go here, you can see that that could well be that bit go in there, and then obviously we've just come off here, so we're here. Now, I don't know what this red bit is. I mean, I think that would be interesting to explore. But at the moment we're going down here, but we will go back and have a look. It's interesting that there's across there and there's two bits of red. I mean, maybe the treasure got split, I don't know. However, there is a bit of a mystery here because I'm not seeing any trees. I'm not seeing any trees, and I'm not seeing the trees are on the corner, so I don't think it's here. Also this, I mean, along here, I think this is water. I think this is water, and I think there's water behind the trees. So the shapes of the trees are interesting as well. I wonder what sort of trees they are. But yeah, I think this is just telling you that you're going up that way, then left would be to take you to the graveyard. Which makes you think, okay. I mean, let's have a wander down here and see. Let's have a wander. Maybe there's another crossroads. Must admit, I'm a little bit confused. Okay, so there's a. We were looking like at the map. I can see there's a trench there. We spin around. Now that is the church that side. But the trees would have to be this side. And there's an old tree there. Yeah, and how old are the trees? Just going down here. There's no sort of water or anything, so I don't think. And then what have we got here? We've got another. Okay, that's just a cul-de-sac, I think. Yeah, I don't. It's interesting. So yes, that could be down that end. Let's just go back to this map. So go back to this. I don't know if we can make it smaller. So at the moment we're heading towards the N320. I mean, that could well be that compared to that. Okay, it could be. It's an interesting one, isn't it? And then obviously this bit would be going down, which I think may well be this bit here. But who knows, eh? It may well be this bit down here. So there's two options, this bit here or this bit here. So I would say, okay, so I'm not seeing any trees, but it's this bit here. It's the church thing, which is interesting. And I know that the church is an old church. I looked into that, and that is an old church. Should we just go down here and see what's going on? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to suggest that the treasure will be packed along here. I mean, we could go a bit further down, which will then take us to the cross. So let's go down a little bit further. Are we seeing anything that's going to make us... Now we want to spin round that way, I think. Let's have a look. So we go north that way, is the map. And we're looking up. So this is us facing north, but we actually need to spin round the other way, which is here. Okay, right, this is interesting. So there is actually a trench here. No dusty truck. I mean, that could have been an old dusty truck, but as I said, don't be digging up people's gardens or anything. And then up back, I think, was about that way that would be taking you back to the... Yeah, if you went that way, that would be taking you back to the church. So we have got this water going on, but we want the water on this side, I think. So let's carry on going down the road. So I mean, so you've got your church. Spin round again. So we're heading away from the village now. So you can see, so we're coming out of Ommeren, and there is this sort of trench going down here, but there's also one on the other side as well. Yeah, I think we're I mean, there's this red line, which is interesting. I don't really know what that could be. I'm not giving any clues. There's no sort of... Also, you don't know what the scale is, do you? So let's go back. I think that's a residential area. So if there was any treasure, I mean, you can see all of this was dug up. Okay, so if you're wondering where we are, we're heading back towards the church. I mean, that is a bit of a clue. Okay, so the church is on this side here. I can't see any big trees or anything. I mean, you can see that there's a particular kind of tree, you know, the shape of the tree, but that doesn't match the trees that are here. And they're kind of... Now, I found out who actually drew this map, and he's a furniture maker. And a furniture maker, I'd be very good with measurements and, you know, putting plans together. So I'm going to look to see if there's anything sort of that shape. I'd be interested to know what sort of trees they are. I mean, here in this photo, you can see there's lots of different ones. But yeah, I mean, we're looking, there's the church, that's a church. So, I mean, that's one option, and it's the fact there's a church on the corner here, but doesn't feel quite right. So if you were looking, church would be on this corner, you're looking up, church on here, and here you've got that. So this would be a kind of crossroads thing here. So yeah, you could say that. I mean, I don't know if this is all very new, but yeah, honestly, you wouldn't want to be digging around in a graveyard. So yeah, so you could argue crossroads here and potentially here, but as I said, that looks like a stream, so that might be a clue that it has to be a bit further along. Okay, so we're going to go to the next one down, and this will be location number 2 and then number 3. So we're going further down the road. I don't know if you can see that. And then we'll be taking a right. Okay, we are particularly looking for a dirt track. So this is another crossroads, okay? Crossroads here, and behind me is the church. So this is another option, all right? So the other option would be to go down here. Now, I'm a bit apprehensive about this because this doesn't look very narrow. But you know, over time things could have changed. Also, there's a development that's gone here. So if you're thinking, okay, well, that might be the crossroads going up. And this is split into some weird way. It's a weird shape. As you can see, we're around here. So it could be around here. I don't know. It could be the other one. But you know, we've got this thing going on, and we've got this thing going on here. Now, if that is the case, just having a quick look at the map. Yeah, Linden would be that way. So Linden's that bit, and you've got another bit going down here. Now, should we have a look and see what this red could potentially be? So it's suggesting maybe... Okay, so again, this is a dirt road, and we've got some trees. I don't know how old these trees are. They look quite skinny trees, don't they? don't know what kind of trees they are. I don't know how old. You need to find out how they grow. But whether there's a okay, so you've got. I don't know if you feel these. Whether there's a ditch behind the trees. That looks like it could be a ditch. So yeah. Not too again, not too sure how close it is to the edge. But if you're looking at crossroads here, then potentially you could be looking. But as I said, that doesn't feel right again, unless you went further down and you were looking at trench. There's, you know, I can't see if there's a trench. There's 1, 2, 3 trees there, and if that's the case, then the treasure would be around here. But it looks like a lot of work's been going on, and again, this is a major development, so I don't know. So that was that. Oh, let's just check. So yeah, so that would have been facing that way around here. So let's pivot around back again, and let's go back to where we were. So let's go back, and we're going to go down this way now. Okay, so just to give you bearings, if you come up here, then this takes you to the actual graveyard, and what we're looking for would be sort of this direction. Again, not very clear. Not very clear at all. I mean, this has thrown me out, the fact there's a gravestone there. I mean, you can't see sort of, yeah, I mean, the other thing is the water thing's missing again, but we've got it on this side. No, we haven't, or have we? No, we haven't. So, yeah. So you would be facing that way. I mean, don't know what's down here, but that could be the third option. This with this facing this way. If you go that way, I believe that might be the church. Heading back towards the church. I should know you're going out, aren't you? The church the other way. So no, I don't know. It isn't right either, because there's no sort of stream or anything. But on the map, it looks like it could well match that. And we're just going to carry on going down here. So those are a little bit lost. We could be going down this bit here. And then it will break off. So you'd probably look to go to the end and then see where that splits. So we're coming across a major road, which is just here. And we could be here. Now let's face that way. Is there a dirt road or anything? Okay, this is interesting. That could have been a dirt road. This could be the crossroads. This is going towards the village. Plus I know there's only one church, so... And then you've got this corner bit here, private. But you would be looking, let's just spin it around, you would be looking at there. That's what you're looking at. So if you're going to the crossroads, you've got the ditch there, and you've got 1, 2, 3 trees, and potentially, there's a lot of trees, isn't there? So you, as I said, don't know. It could well be this bit here. Don't know. But you've got water there. It looks like a field. But yeah, the road, as I said, not very narrow. But as I say, you're facing that way. So there you go. So that's that one. I think that's three possible options. And then if you're looking at Linden's that way, so if you were going towards let's say if we take ourselves to here, okay, and then follow it going in. So let's see what happens. So I'm going to take, this works, I don't know if it will work. Am I back at Linden? Okay, so this is Linden, and I think if I go that way, if I go forwards, that will take me back into the right direction. Okay, so at the moment I think I'm on this road here. Okay, so this splits into 3, and I need to make sure that I end up in the right direction. So this is telling me that I'm leaving Linden now. So around here somewhere. Hopefully going in the right direction. Yeah. So going back up this way. Wow, there's a lot of trees, isn't there? Hell of a lot of trees. Okay. So gone here, can't see anything particularly. What is down there? That's a dead end. Did Google Maps go down here? This is really interesting. It's really, really narrow. Really narrow. Alright, I don't know if you can go down there. Can you go down there? Okay, there's a lot of open fields. Across the map. It has to be this side. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so dirt track up that way would be the church, I think. I should forget that. So it would actually be, let me get this right. So I need to make it north, otherwise I'm going to get myself confused. Okay, so I think we're going there. We're going down this path down here, which I think may well be, could well be this one here, this dirt path here. So that's another option. It's crossroads. It's very narrow. I mean, I don't know how big that is. I mean, that's saying 120. But you can see big trees. I mean, look, interesting. But the village we'd want, he says, up. If you look, Ommeren is up and on the left. So it's whether there were trees here that were taken down. But that might be another option. So that's 3 options, maybe 4, and there's a dog there. Maybe the dog can sniff it out. Okay, so there's that. And we're heading back towards, so we're going, right, okay, so I might actually, maybe I want to go, so I've done that one, so we'll go back up here then, see what happens. So as you can see, there are quite a few different options. Things have changed a lot. I mean, this is a dirt track. Just going past one of the options again. Things have changed a lot. Okay. And there we go, there's the church again. Something just keeps bringing me back down there. Now, there's this boulder here as well. I don't know what that is. I mean, is that from World War II or... It looks quite new, doesn't it? Looks like a cushion marshmallow you'd want to just eat. Don't know, I think the church has got something to do with it, but I'm not saying dig up the church, I'm saying the church is, I think, features as a clue. Anyway, so that was my go at trying to find the treasure, and it's it's very challenging.